Why doesn't that show? Hey Claudia, if you're watching, can you hear me? And is the screen sideways? Am I laying sideways? Hello, doing a test here. So, looks like on my screen. So, first question. Yes and yes. What? I'm sideways. So what do you mean? But I want to be sideways. What about this? Oh. What about this? You still look cute sideways. That's nice. Your viewers. Can I only do it one way then? Does it have to be like this? Is this straight now? I don't want to do it like this. Alright. So Claudia, give me some feedback. Yes, it is. What? Alright, cool. Let's do it like this then. Greetings, everybody. Welcome, Claudia. Karen. Who else is here? Ramesh. Cool. Karen, hey. Alright. So today, it's been one of those days. You know, one of those days where nearly every day is like this. Nothing goes the way you plan it. You want to do a number of different things, and none of them go the way you want them. So you have to let go. The art of letting go makes me smile as I observe my resistance that I've been in. So I was just laying here on this park bench, and I thought, okay, so let me do a test. Hey Jemima, Angelica, let me do a test today. Park bench test. So far we have 4 or 5 of you watching. So, hey Jemima. So let's try this out then. So I'm just here showing up with absolutely no agenda, nothing, no nothing to preach, no noise to add, nothing to tell you should or shouldn't do, or nothing. But I'm here to connect, transparently connect. So I'm interested to ask whoever's watching at the moment, how you feeling for starters? How are you out there? And afternoon. Hey Sandra. So Sandra's joined on. So yeah, hello. How you feeling? And as you all know, and hey Vanny, as you all know, I have a passion for transparency, because I feel that when we are radically transparent, when we're fully transparent, then we're translucent, we're free within ourselves, because we're not holding on to any fear of, stories of what we've done, what we've not done, and so on. So who would like to either ask me a question, I will answer it transparently, or would you like to share something about yourself transparently and share that with the world as well? So if you want to ask me a question, hey Veronique, hey Carl, if you want to ask me a question, or you want to drop on the call and say something to the world transparently, let's begin a dialogue right now, right here, spontaneously. So who would like that? Who's watching? Who's listening out there? And I'll bring you on camera. I'll bring you on. Like, we can do that. We can come together transparently. Who would like to come on for a few moments and just share something transparently? with you on that, feeling tender and open, ready to connect. Veronique. Okay. So Jemima, you want to say something? Let's bring you on first then. So you sent me a nice message the other day. Bring Jemima on camera. There, I save an invitation. Add in, this is our park bench experiment.
Hello.
Hey Jemima.
Hi. I didn't know you could do this.
I can't hear you. Why can't I hear you? Wait
I
there.
don't know.
That's interesting.
Can you hear
Maybe
me?
I have to... Yay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yay.
Hey Jemima.
Hey.
Welcome.
Thank you.
So, thank you for coming on to my spontaneous park bench conversation. How are you feeling?
Lovely. This is so nice. This is just what I wanted.
Yes.
I love it.
You just wanted a man
No,
to contact you from a park bench. See?
Not that specifically, no.
You was in your house going, man, it's one of those days. If just somebody would contact me from a park bench right now, everything would be sorted.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I didn't know you could do this. This is so good. I can get on your live. This is very interesting.
Yes.
Cool.
So what do you want?
Cool.
So let's so as you know, we're radically transparent. What would you like to share? What would you like to say that's a bit revealing of your intimacy or transparency in this moment?
Well, it's taken me all day to feel like I could get my shit together today, and yeah, it's just felt really like a struggle, really gloopy and quite sad, and I feel like I don't know what changed actually. I don't know. I think maybe I decided I was going to feel better. I don't know. But I love this. I love what you're doing. And this is what I want to do more of. So thank you.
Pleasure.
I want to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, I talk a lot about it, and I think I could probably do with doing more of it rather than just talking about it.
Wow, it starts with the talk, right? So
yeah.
some of us stay in the talk and some of us start acting from that. So thank you for coming on. So yeah, so just to speak to that, so what comes up for me as you say that is that I was feeling gloopy, let's say, stuck as well, and me and Dara were planning to record some videos to share with the world, and in terms of what we're sharing, and just, you know, everything was just going against the flow, you know, just like, no, that's not right, oh my god. Then like we put the camera on, and then 5 beautiful oldies cruised past, and they like started talking, and then it was like a short video that would take a couple of minutes took like 45 minutes, and it never got finished, and then we had to go for lunch, and anyway, one thing led to another, and then I said, I'm going to go and, oh, you know what, I'm going to forget this, let's forget this, you know, acceptance, let go, it's all good, go with the flow of life. And then I thought, okay, I know what I do. I'm just going to record this little vlog of me about this sexological bodywork training that I'm on, because, you know, I said to the people that have supported me that I would do a little update now and again. So anyway, I put the camera on, minute 30 in, and it was just like, you know, nothing. So I was just like, not supposed to film today. Please get the message. It's like the universe slapping me in the face. So
I know.
So this is where I am. This is exactly where I am. That minute, and that happened, however, 10 minutes ago. I looked at the sun setting. I looked at this beautiful. You might be able to see where I am by the river.
Oh, lovely.
So I'm by the river, and I thought I'm going to lay on the beach, on the bench, and here I am laying on the bench. And I thought, let me just see if there's some other people out there transparently sharing. Yeah. And here you are.
Here I am. And now the weirdest thing, right? I've just seen there's a friend of mine watching that I haven't seen for about 15 years.
Oh yeah, you saw her watching. What's her name?
Piers. Piers, do you know Piers?
Piers? No, is he?
Piers, if you're watching, hey dude.
Amazing.
I haven't seen him for a long, long time, since I was in Australia. So what a beautiful connection.
There you go. And he's on the call. Okay, so
He is.
so is there like, based on what I shared and what you shared, so what's like, if you close your eyes for a moment with me and we just do this little exercise that we do sometimes, little game. So we just go, what's here now, okay? So in a moment, you're going to open your eyes with me and we're going to look at each other. And I'm going to say to you, what's here now? And you will say one word that describes what you're feeling in that moment of me asking. You can take a few moments, whatever it takes to feel. And then you reply back to me, what's here now, okay? And we just do that for a few moments just to see what's really alive in us in this moment for the people watching as well. So when you feel ready, take a few breaths and open your eyes and see me. And let me just see you there. Yeah, there you are. Cool. Okay, so what's here now?
Truth.
And then you ask me back.
And for you, what's here now?
What's here now is curiosity. What's here now?
Playfulness.
Then you ask me.
What's here now?
Laughter. Laughter and appreciation, but I'm only allowed to say one word, so I cheated. What's here now?
Love.
Hmm.
What's here now?
Softening. What's here now?
Comfort. What's here now?
Hmm. Sadness. You know.
What's here now?
I asked you.
You didn't ask me.
Didn't I? What's here now? Sorry.
No, you didn't.
I did. Lift that sun's face. Lift up a little bit. I want to see your mouth. The sun's up. Yes.
Oh shit.
Awesome.
There.
Yeah.
There. Stillness. What's here now?
Strength. What's here now?
Magic. What's here now?
Breath. Deep breath. What's here?
Fullness. What's here now?
Appreciation is the word popping up. Laugh. There you go. And appreciate. I'm gonna. Are you feel complete to finish that there?
Yeah,
Does
for
that
sure.
does that feel
For sure.
good?
Thank you so much.
Does that feel good for you?
Thank you.
Because like, we could do that for a long time. And it's such a beautiful thing to do, but like it's so. I really appreciated seeing your laughter, like from the moment you come on and just laughing. It's so lovely to watch you laugh.
Yeah, thank you so much. This was really lovely. What a really beautiful thing to do.
Yeah,
Love it.
yeah, I love it too. So let's
You can switch me off.
yeah, stay there for a moment. So let's see. So let's just check in with our people. So who would like to? Who feels they would like to come on and? Um, who would like to come on? Oh, video chat. I would like to hear it. I would love to connect and share video chat with you, but the anxiety of being seen and heard is sitting all kinds of triggers and reactions. In truth, if you video called, I would run away from the call and not answer. I wonder how souls get through so much trauma just to connect. Okay, so Karen, I'm not going to put you under pressure, but if you want to come on, so let's bring Sandra on, shall we? Are you happy to bring Sandra on, Jemima? You're the co-creator of this call.
Of course, of course.
Okay,
But I have maybe 6 minutes left because I have to go and teach.
That's okay. No worries.
Just to let you know.
You've already been a co-creator. Enjoy your teaching
Cool.
session. Lovely to meet you in from message to almost connection. Have a great day.
Yeah, you too, darling. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so you might have to disconnect yourself, Jemima.
I try.
Think, and then we'll see if.
Hold up. Nope.
Yeah, wait there. Yeah.
No.
Hey, wait there.
Wait.
I can. Who said I'm up for it? Hey, son.
Hey, Simon. I bring my son in too, if that's okay with you.
Of course it is. What's your son's name?
What's your name?
Evan.
Hey.
His name is Evan.
Hey, Evan. Have you seen me before? I'm Simon.
I'm Simon.
Hey. Somebody said they can't hear me. Who can't hear me? Can you guys hear me? You can hear me fine, eh, Sandra?
Yes.
Yeah, we were able to hear both of you. Yeah.
Okay, I can hear you both now. Amazing. Okay, cool. So, Evan, okay, should we speak to Evan first or you, Sandra? This is your beautiful son. I've never met him. Do you feel?
Yeah, that's my oldest one, and he speaks English, so you can talk English to him.
Okay.
Yeah. My brother is there with the kittens.
Yeah, his brother is running around here too.
Okay, cool. Okay. So this was a little experiment I'm doing to just connect with people out there in the world. And I was laying here wondering if there's other people out there today maybe feeling challenged or wanted to share something that was maybe truthful for them in this moment. So do you feel like you want to share something with me? You've only just met me, Evan. Do you feel like you want to share something with me?
You want to share something with Simon?
That's my brother.
That's your brother, huh?
Yeah.
Well, he was listening to the practice, and when you asked like what's here now, what was your answer?
Lots of things.
A lot of things.
That's nice.
And yeah, so what was one of them? If I would ask you what is here now, how do you feel? What can you say then?
I feel me good.
You're feeling good?
Yeah.
You're feeling
So
good
he's
today.
feeling good.
And you've had a good day, Evan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Amazing. And what about your mum? Has she had a good day? How are you, Sandra? What would you like to share transparently today? Doesn't have to be like something that's supposedly really challenging, but just what do you want to share transparently with the world?
Lennox, he's playing with one of the kittens. So if a kitten is running around, what I want to share is that I just was in contact with my boyfriend, who you've met, Harm, and that we both realized that we signed up for your 21 days challenge, or the experiment that you're going to host in November with Dabra.
Yeah.
And we were just sharing with each other why we felt sharing up for that. And I was quite surprised by Harm's answer and his transparency in that. And I was just realizing that that I would want to do the same towards him, and why I want to share. So I'm okay with sharing with the world why I signed up for that, if that's okay by you.
Yeah, okay. So maybe for people watching it, so maybe for people watching, you're talking about the self-pleasure experiment that we're putting together in November, right? And
Yes.
you want to share with
right.
them, you want to share with them, or share right now, you feel transparently you want to share why you would like to go on that self-pleasure experiment, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, cool. Why not?
Um,
It's all spontaneous, so everything's a yes, you know?
absolutely. Yeah, why I signed up. I have no problem or issue at all with the self-pleasure part, or touching or embracing myself, and that's one. Boys, can you just be quiet?
I can speak Dutch.
And but I always have the little guilt factor. I have a big judge in me while I doing it, that it might mean that my boyfriend is not good enough, or I'm not receiving enough love from him, or that there might be something within our relationship, which is obviously not true, because the self-pleasure part doesn't has anything to do with another relationship with a partner. So I really hope to get tools and get over the fact that I'm ashamed sometimes, participating in the self-pleasure part. And so that's why I want to join, just to hopefully get the judge within me a little bit down, and finding more enjoyment in that.
Amazing. And how does that feel sharing that?
I know that I'm blushing. Yeah, it feels opening up, but it is a relief, and there's nothing to be ashamed about. Right. And it feels good. Absolutely.
Amazing. Okay, so I always say that, as you might remember this a little bit, but like good, okay, fine, and all these are not feelings. So I like that you said you're, but there's some embarrassment there. Yeah, I just want to connect with your feelings. So there's some embarrassment to share that, and probably also activation of this same energy that we all have around maybe self, or that word masturbation, which is brings up this aspect of maybe shame, guilt, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
That's amazing. Okay, and then so you applied for this 21 days, and also Harm did, but you didn't know he did.
I mentioned it yesterday because we don't live with each other, so I sent him a message like, hey, I found this on the website from Simon and Dara, it might be interesting for you. And he sent me a message back saying like, yeah, I thought the exact same. So without knowing it from each other in the get-go, we were both interested, and he just sent me a message that he signed up himself too.
Amazing. Perfect.
Yeah. Really good.
Yeah, beautiful. Okay, cool. Yeah, well, I mean, like, to speak to that is that just it's quite interesting, because the vlog that I was going to do, which I ended up not doing, was really just about this this sexological bodywork training that I'm on at the moment is actually taken me into self-pleasure and into this word masturbation, which is of course a taboo word in our world, and it's got so much sort of stuff attached to it, different meaning for different people, and for me, just to maybe give you a little transparency from me, in to support you in you opening up as well, and is that, like, masturbation for me was always really a bad thing. I really didn't like it, and I actually haven't done much of it. But even from a young age, I sort of felt that it was a dirty thing, in fact, or not a very good thing to do. So
Mhm.
many years, I didn't really play with myself at all in my genitals. Maybe touch my body a little bit, but not much. And then the sort of whole masturbation process was very much around me just, doing the deed because it needs to be done, and
Mhm.
and it not being necessarily a great experience. Um, Maybe a bit more when I was younger. It would be sort of like, oh, just the sort of, oh, I have to do it because it's time to do it, or something like that. So I stopped for a very, very long time and just was having loving partners and sort of just finding pleasure like that. And then what's happened for me in the last 2.5 months is this training has just opened up a whole world of pleasure. So what it did for me is, because I've been on this sort of path of love and sharing with people how to love themselves more, and how I love myself more and fell in love with myself and seeing my body as sacred and so on, I was like aware that I was still loving my partners and loving me, but I was missing a big part of myself by not including my, I know your children are there, but like not including my genitals. And so, basically that's where I'm at right now. And that's what I'm really supporting others with, and going on this journey with myself around really this moving beyond the shame and guilt and all this other story and crap attached to being able to touch these, what I now call the genital generators, the life force,
Yeah.
the life force creators, in a beautiful, loving, sensual way, and that includes the whole body. It's like my whole body. It's like being a little bit of an icing on the cake of the self-love path, you could say.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
that's my little.
yeah, I can relate to that too, I guess. Because we obviously met on sci-fi and did a couple of workshops with you guys, and it was all willing in my mind the weeks following up, and now I notice that information and that knowledge is kind of going back in the back of my mind again.
Right.
And now we're talking about it more, and I was reading about it yesterday, and I'm like, yeah, there's so much more.
Yeah.
And I just really feel like, okay, I'm just not used to it to go on with it this way, but yeah, I want to get back into it again.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. Okay, that's cool.
One of the kids is just calling for me.
No, that's okay. Well, if you feel complete, I'm gonna.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and it's lovely to see
Yes.
you at Radio. We will speak soon.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring somebody else on, but thank you for showing up transparently.
Yeah, thank you for inviting me, and talk to you soon, Simon.
Lots of love. Speak soon. Ciao.
Yes. Bye.
Ciao. All right. Is on. The sound is on. Sound is on. Give me some feedback, beautiful people. Is the sound on? Is the sound on? Hello. Okay. Yes. Okay. So who would like to? It's back. Okay. Cool. So who would like to come on next? Let's have a man, because we've had two women on this spontaneous park bench of transparency. Who would like to come on and just share a bit of transparency with me for a few moments? So we've got a man. We'd like a man. Any men out there? This is a transparent communication experiment where I'm just here showing up, inviting a man. Harm. Okay, Harm's on. So let's, I have to scroll down here, find you. Harm. Oh, wow. Brian Satori, you should come on and share some transparency. I can't find Harm. Here we go. Oh. So Harm, it's not allowing me to bring you on for some reason. Have you got camera set up, Harm? No. Sorry, brother. It just says you're watching, but it doesn't allow me to bring you on camera for some reason, because I have to have the green button. So I need another man. Another man would like to come on? Right. Okay. All right. Okay. Anybody else? Otherwise, it's just me. You're just looking at me on a bench. Who else would like to come on and talk transparently with me? Yeah, you can go and do that, Harm. Okay, here we go. Harm's on. Come on, people. You're listening to me out there. Okay. Hey, can you hear me?
Hello, yeah, I hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, welcome, Harm.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining on the spontaneous park bench transparent experiment.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for doing this.
So how are
Cool.
you? How are you in this moment, and what would you like to share transparently with me or with the viewers?
Well, there's two main feelings now. One is joy and happiness. Been my last day at work. Well, to work on my real work, which I think is helping other people with whatever I know and whatever I can do. And so I'm happy about that. I feel I have a lot of energy for this and really anxious to, well, do more in this. So men's circles and massages, Reiki and coaching, and very happy about that part. And yeah, like I said yesterday, the other part is a big fear of not making enough money, not being able to have at the moment, like the big thing, right in front of me.
Yeah, and
So I'm not sure how to
you're finding that
go with that.
that fear that you're feeling or that you're speaking about is when you say it's right in front of you. Is it like it's like a dominating thought that you're having? Like you wake up and you're thinking about that. You've got this like excitement of this new path, but at the same time, there's this lurking fear, yeah, of like, oh, I'm not. You just said I'm not going to make any money, or
Yeah.
but what
But it's
I'm asking you, like when I'm
actually
asking you, like the dominating thought, like throughout the day, are you noticing like you just be like doing something different or whatever, and you're noticing this thought there, like, am I going to make any money?
yeah, but actually the evidence is actually opposite until now. I've done two men's circles and both actually have given me much more than I expected.
Right.
So I didn't have really expectations like every person should donate this much or so. I was clear in this is a gift and you can gift back whatever you want. And more came back than I anticipated, actually. So I'm happy about that. And now I just want to focus on doing more of this and getting more out there and getting my online game in order because I'm not too good at that. I'm not somebody who's on Facebook all day and I don't know much about online presence marketing or whatever. So yeah, so I'm
Yeah.
putting my energy in that
Yeah. So
now.
okay. So thank you for sharing your vulnerability and your fear around that. I feel that that's a fear that I've heard from so many people so many times. Yeah. And
Mm,
that's not to um, what's the word, disregard your fear. It's a very real fear while it hangs around. Fear has a funny thing, you know. You hear me speak about this all the time. Fear, false evidence appearing real, false evidence appearing real. Like there really is nothing to fear ever. There's nothing to fear. So meaning that right now you and I have no clue what's going to happen in the next few moments. Yeah, nothing. We have no clue what's going to happen, and we're not scared about
yeah.
it. So the unknown is happening constantly, and at the core, we're not really scared about it. But of course, if all of a sudden your window, big Sega that had a bigger beard than you, and started running after you, then you know shit, you're going to be scared, and you're going to jump up, and you know the body's going to go into fight, flight, or freeze. Yeah, you know about this.
Mm,
So, and you know about this as well because you've experienced your own journey with you know, let's say depressive thinking and knowing about the adrenal glands and knowing about like the chemical responses in the body. So actually, other than the real genuine fear mechanism that we have in our bodies, all the other fears that we have are actually just made up. They're just, you know, they're just made up. They're not real. They're false evidence appearing
mm,
real. And we make them real by actually the mind adding loads of stories to the fear that we think. So, for example, in your case, at the moment you got money. At the moment you've done two men's circles and got more money than you actually ever thought you would get. And yet there's a fear that you won't make money. But there's absolutely no reason in the world whatsoever to justify that fear for you, right? It's not real. Because at the moment, in evidence shows, the actual true evidence shows that you actually have money at the moment because you fall into this illusionary fear, basically. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Can you hear me?
I get most of it.
Yeah. So can you hear me now?
So yeah, I can hear you better. So there is some like knowledge in me that this fear is not necessary. Um, but I think at least I need to get more events going, more people on my massage table, you know, to be more sure of this actually working out.
Yeah.
And this needs some time to build up, you know, it can't be there
Yeah.
from day one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So like
so it's
like, can you hear me
yeah.
clear now? Or is the reception gone?
Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Oh, it's better. Okay. So yeah. So in this moment, because we're doing these little snippets of transparency, we don't have to stay so long on this one. Me and you will speak again for sure because I fully support your new path, as you know. But like, so for me, all I'm saying is that fear comes up for me. Yeah. But then I check
Mm,
in, is it real or not? So if fear comes up for me, I invite it like a friend. I say, oh, okay, here's fear is my, okay, what is fear saying to me today? So fear is saying to me that I might not make money from doing the things that I really love in life. And I know there's people on this call that are having that same thought pattern in their head. And then it says, oh yeah, but then the wisdom comes in and says, well, if I want to make more money or I want to generate more money or interest, then I have to get more people on my massage couch, or I have to create more events or whatever. That's so in that instance you got the wisdom, right? The wisdom came through and told you what you have to do. So then there's sort of this gap between action and thinking. So what happens with a lot of people, and this has happened to me in my creative projects, is I know what needs to be done, but I procrastinate and avoid doing what needs to be done. So then the fear gets more life, because actually it sees that I'm not doing what needs to be done. Therefore, I'm not actually receiving the benefits of the things that I could have been doing. Does that make sense? Yeah. So
Yeah, it does.
so as long as you focus and follow through on the things that you know that you want to do, but not from a place of like, oh, fear and worry and lack and I'm not going to fill up these events, etc., etc. As long as you follow through on that, then you've got absolutely nothing to worry about. And this is maybe what I can leave you with, is that the more that you do this, so for example, I never have no clue where money's coming from. I don't have a fixed salary coming to me at any given moment. Yet for the last 4, 5, let's say 6 years now, I've lived completely on the gift model and trusted that I will always have what I need when I need it, and it's always taken care of itself with different. And I could just list hundreds of ways that the unexpected has presented itself and showered me with gifts. But I don't need to do that now. I can do that with you another time over a cup of tea. But you see what I mean? So at the moment, the only thing that's scary is this step into the unknown. But then when that unknown becomes more known, you move the what's the word? The barometer of the unknown being scary. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it would definitely help me if I had more like examples of how it could work out. I mean, I've had 2 or 3 of you example of how it worked out with the men's circles, and part of it is also impatience. Like I want it to be okay now, and I'm rational.
Yes.
Well, it's not. I can't expect it to be all well within a few weeks of starting.
Listen, yeah, this is beautiful. Like maybe we can check this out. Maybe I'll ask you a question. What is it? Can you hear me? Did I lose you? What are you thinking? Hear me? Wow. Okay, who we got? Eliza. Hey, Eliza. Hey, Joy. Katrina. Nadia. Welcome. Okay, so we're doing. I think his connection dropped down. Yeah, it did. Okay, so can everybody hear me? So we'd have a little bit longer here. This was just an experiment today, okay, of me showing up spontaneously on a park bench and just checking in with the world. If anybody out there wants to share something transparently and just show up here. So I have space to let somebody else on who would like to join this call and just share, maybe just share like what's going on for you today. I'm not saying I'm going to resolve anything for you. In fact, I'm not. But like, just want to offer some transparency to the world, because for me, transparency is freedom and liberation. So yeah, anybody would like to tell me, would you like to come on the call and share a little bit of yourself to the world? Come on guys, don't be shy. It's not so scary. Doesn't have to be a man, because I'm not seeing so many men. It could be a woman. Okay, here we go. My phone just no, so no. Yeah, we'll repeat the question later, Harm. So, come on, beautiful people. I'm not here to tell you stuff or create more noise. I'm here to show up transparently with you. So, who would like to come on the call and share a little of yourself transparently with me here? Have a little bit more time. Okay then. Shall I just do it randomly? So Brian on. Can't bring Brian on camera. Okay. Nobody? So we finish here? Because otherwise you're just watching me sat here doing nothing. Who wants to come on? Who would like... Yay, here we go. Who would like to come on to the last 5-10 minutes and share something transparently of yourself? Maybe something intimate with the world. Okay. Nobody then. Glad to see you live. Well, you haven't really seen me yet. Hey, Lynette, why don't you come on? So bring you on camera. Yes. Yes. Come on. People are like, I'm just like adding you. You gonna come on? Yay.
This is not comfortable at all.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. Let me see. Okay.
I can hear you. Hey.
I gotta turn off the lights in this room. like just out of the shower.
Yeah, good. You look amazing. Okay, so nice to meet you. Can you hear me okay?
All right, I think I can hear you.
Yeah, it's a good line.
Yeah, it's a little bit low. I got my volume up, but it's a little low. I don't want to hold it any closer to my face.
No, you look
Okay.
amazing. Okay, so thank you first of all.
Yeah.
Thank you for your courage, because I just unexpectedly brought you onto this call. So don't feel any pressure whatsoever. Okay.
Yeah. No pressure.
so how are you feeling? How are you feeling? What's alive in you in this moment?
How am I feeling? Hopeful, and that's it's good to say I'm hopeful. Every day is a challenge, but I take new steps every day. So I read new things, and I don't give up.
Amazing.
But transparency is important. If it wasn't for transparent people like you, and I wrote this on one of your posts recently, the one where you were just sobbing of like, that's transparency of other people is what is saving me, because it tells me I'm not so. But man, it's a challenge. Every day is unbelievably challenging.
Yeah.
I hate using the D word, but it's been a major, depression for the last few years, and it doesn't make sense to me. But you know, I do everything I can every day to make.
Man, you are just like right now. You're so. Thank you for showing up. You know, it's like. You just come on here to make me cry, right?
I think I did that to you before in written words instead. But well, you made me cry today.
So like, what the hell, you know? I didn't know that I was going to come on this call today, and you come on this call, and it's like it's a challenge, and no,
I think it might help me.
yeah, good, please.
So was that a yes? I'm sorry, the connection cuts out.
Yes.
All right. So this transformation has been going on 3 to 4 years. I mean, I know we're always in, but I mean the berry thing, relationships, jobs, you know, everything. My career hit like a real bad whatever. In any case, it's after another, and I really coming towards a graduation process. But I think for me now is having peace with my mother away 2 years ago. Weird thing is, and that's why it's hard to look at, can't look at the little screen. And I don't mean that. My relationship, and I work in a different way now that she's gone, and I think that that's why I'm going through this, or why like I'm getting to be the size that she was no matter what I do. Everything about me looks like her now, and maybe I'm just praying that that's just a piece of the, because I was very judgmental, and maybe this is helping me to reckon with how I felt about her. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, does make sense. Makes a lot of sense. Ah, awesome. So just breathe that in. Take a deep breath in.
Because I really want to be on the other side of this. I really need to be on the other side of this. I have a lot to live for, you know?
Yeah, you're all
So.
well. Can you hear me clearly?
Yes.
So for me, it feels like you're already on the other side of it. And I don't believe that you would even come on this call, and I don't believe you would even be doing what you're doing and showing up. Like, you seem super aware of what's actually going on. You see super like you're witnessing the process quite consciously. Yeah, you might say you're in the like you say, the big D word, a depressive state for sure. There's a beautiful saying about depression which I love, and this, for many people, this won't resonate, and I understand there's many different layers of depression, but is deep rest. There's this calling in depression, which is also a calling for an awakening, a calling for a deep rest, a deep sense of detaching from all of the crazy shit out there in the world, the noise out there in the world. And sometimes what I say to people about their parents is what I've pretty much done with my father, because my father left me when I was very young, and I never got to meet him properly, and he died a couple of years ago of cancer, and I was able to talk to him for 24 minutes. It was about 24 minutes. I looked at the timer, and it was about 24 minutes that I spoke to him on the first call, and all I got to do was tell him that I love him for creating me, and that was all I needed to tell him, because all I needed to tell him is that I am super grateful to be alive and to be here, and that he doesn't owe me anything, and I don't owe him anything, and I'm just super thankful that he co-created me with my mum. And it was such a healing moment. It was such a healing moment for me to really let go of all of the so-called story of abandonment and all the maybe little judgments I may or may not have had of him. Yeah. So I don't know whether you've already done that with your mum or your father even, but they're just like we don't owe them anything. So you don't have to suffer for your mum, you know?
Yeah. I like that. I really like that. That's an easy one to say. I am happy that she created me.
Yeah.
You know, that's all this is for. Yeah.
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 And it's enough, you know, and like, and her spirit, like my father's spirit's still in me, and my mother's spirit's in me, and your mother's spirit's in you, and that's also beautiful, right? It's like it's not a bad thing, you know. It's like she's a beautiful being that had her own fears and her own worries and her own struggles and her own depressions and her own, you know, curiosity about the world, and like we're here to like take that on board, feel it, and then in our own way break the blueprint and step into these, let's say, slightly more conscious, more loving, more awake beings that we can choose to be, right? Because it's a choice. It really is a choice.
Yeah, it is. It is.
You know?
It's like the core. I didn't want to admit that it's the core, but it is the core issue. You know, I struggle to love myself because I feel like I feel a lot of guilt where she's concerned, and I'm working through that all the time.
Amazing.
But thank you for sharing that you have that sort of feeling. You know, like you went through a similar. It helps me when I hear other people that have felt hurt by not so. I mean, it's not like I want to blame my parents for anything, but it's weird. You can process this stuff for so many years. You can even teach it as you do, as I do, and then you find it hits you in the face in your mid-50s, and you say, "What? I thought I was through with this." And it's a whole deeper level of it. You know, I have to come to a greater level of peace with her so that I can come to a greater level of peace with myself. Or maybe it's vice versa. But
you just took the words out of my mouth. You know, it's like it's for me, it's vice versa. It's like if we really just tap into that, there is nobody but you, and there's nobody, you know, in this expression, there's nobody but you. It's like you want to, you know, a really beautiful thing you can do is you can look in that mirror and look in that screen right now. I'm looking at and just seeing a beautiful woman. Yeah, I'm seeing a beautiful being, a beautiful, courageous, brave woman who showed up today transparently and expressed herself. I'm seeing love, you know. That's what I'm seeing. So if you can practice looking in that mirror, get the biggest, fattest ass mirror in your house, stand in front of it and tell yourself how much you love yourself. Yeah. And no matter what, you know, the whole thing, you know, I do a whole retreat on Naked the Retreat, and it's like you are such a, speak to myself of course as well, but you know, we're such a unique expression of life force, and yeah, we have these aspects of our mothers and fathers in us, but they're remnants, you know. It's like you are now that alive being. You just said, I don't know, what did you say, you're 50, so you're this 50 of whatever age makes any difference, of this beautiful being, and you really are the one that's designing this, right? And it's beautiful, there's that beautiful saying, it's like, you know, letting go. It's all about letting go and dying, right? What has to die right now is the persona that's trying to stay alive in you, that's not hating your mom or creating guilt or creating blame and shame. That's the persona that has to die. That's the pain body that I talk about. And the only way that can dissolve is when you do what you courageously just did, and you bring awareness to it right now, like we just did.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, this is huge because I don't go anywhere without making myself up. Okay. I mean, I go to the gym, of course, but, and to be online, you know, I mean, I picked up my phone and there you were. And it's like, no, you don't catch me like this. This is catching me off guard. It's not fair, but apparently it was necessary. So.
Right. And you know what's so lovely is, like, you know, we catch ourselves off guard, and it's like today was this opportunity to show up transparently, and this is what's so lovely, you know. It's like transparently is that you just showed up pure. It's pure right now. Like, and like
this is about as naked as it gets.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if anybody's watching this, you know, I don't even know if anybody's watching this. I'm just absorbed in this call with you at the moment. But if anybody's watching, like, tell me what you see in this beautiful, courageous woman. You know, it's like, tell me what you see in the bravery of this woman, you know, Lynette, showing up today and sharing herself in this way, and being on this call. And Lynette, I want to just say to you that thank you for trusting in me to come on the call, because, you know, you didn't choose. I just wanted random selection. Then you sent a message and I brought you on. You could have said no.
I couldn't watch it hanging like that. I had to get on.
So, you know, see, there you go. She's brave, Lynette, Karen says. She's brave and beautiful, Suzanne says.
Thank you.
Brave and
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Brave and beautiful. You hear that? Like, just breathe. Take a deep breath in with me. Ready? So just breathe in, deep breath. And release. We're going to do another one, okay? So we're going to do another deep breath. But when you breathe in, I want you to hold the breath for about 3 or 4 seconds and feel brave and beautiful. You ready? So just breathe in. Hold the breath and feel those words, brave and beautiful. And release when you feel ready. What does that feel?
I'm braver and beautiful. I'm starting to own that little tiny bit by little bit. So thank you. Why is it so hard? Why is it so hard to love ourselves? Why is it so hard?
But you know what? As you say that, I love that. But why don't we change it? Why don't we just flip the script right now? Let's not say it's hard. Like, actually, let's flip it right now. Let's change that whole belief pattern, because it's not a true belief. I don't believe that to be true. And let's say to each other, wow, it's so easy to love yourself. Like, why is it so easy? Why is it so easy to love ourselves?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Right.
yeah, like, we wake up, we look at the world, it's so beautiful. I look in the mirror, I see my breathing, here I am, I'm this magnificent expression of life force. It's so easy to love myself today. What the hell? What are the chances?
That's right, man. The world's lucky to have me. The world is really darn lucky to have me.
Right. So like this is like when we do this sort of rewiring of the subconscious, let's flip that script, Lynette. Like, really, like for the next 7 days, let's just keep saying that, hey, this is a lot easier. It's easy to love myself. But you know, the crazy thing is, it's easy why is it easy for me to love you?
I don't even have an answer for that. Why is it easy for you to love me?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say because you don't know me. I'm not going to give you that answer. I don't even have an answer. Okay. Why is it easy for you? Because I'm lovable. I'm a lovable person. I really am.
You are. I can see that. I can see that fully. You know why? Because I don't see the false story that you're telling about yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
That's all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning to give that story up.
Yeah. Give that
it's history.
Give that one up. And while you're at it, let's flip the script on that it's hard to love yourself.
Yeah. Matter of fact, the way I'm beginning to look as I get older could be the most beautiful stage of my life.
There you go. There you go. There you go. How about that? I love your smile.
Thank you. Yeah, you know, it really is just a matter of changing the perception.
Yeah.
I've always gotten on myself when I gain weight, but the fact is, there's more of me to love now. There's a lot more of me to love. Yeah. Not a lot. I mean, there's more of me to love.
Yeah. And you know this whole thing. You know this beautiful. It's dropped. There you go. How's that? For example, I meet people of all body types, of all body shapes, and so on. And like, you know, that's another program. Like right now, when you yourself, just even the perception in the eyes of women that are, women and men that are would be called in society as big or whatever, and so on. When they love themselves, just is there. When we're in ourselves.
You're cutting out. The screenshot right now is
Are
good.
you there? No worries. Okay, I'm gonna say goodbye. Okay. There you go. Can you hear
I'm
me?
still here, but you can go on to another caller now.
Okay. Thank you, Lynette, for coming on. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I know I was cutting out on the last one, and I was just saying to you that, like, when you start seeing yourself with those eyes of love, body. Seeing your mum and not liking your mum and there's guilt and shame about that, then of course you're going to feel that about your own body.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm sending you a big hug. Look, I'm hugging you.
Big hug to you too.
I'm hugging you.
Thank you. Love you. Thank you. This means a lot. Bye. Bye. I think you have to hang up.
Okay. All right. Okay, so there you go. So there you go, beautiful people. That was spontaneous, transparent, live. Wanting to connect to people around the world transparently. And I feel we did that. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for those that watched, shared, and gave Lynette some beautiful support. And thank you to my spontaneous guests. So we had Jemima, and then we had Sandra and her son, Evan, wasn't it? And then we had Harm, showed up and shared. And then we had Lynette. So we had people from around the world, and we had different, transparent, beautiful offerings. I circle with some gratitude. So I'd love you in the comments, anybody that's watching, leave some gratitude in the comments. Just what are you grateful for in life? We always end our sharing circles on gratitude. So I'm grateful that I was able, through the help of you and through the help of this medium, to pull myself out of the resistance that I was feeling. I'm grateful to be alive. I'm grateful to have my beautiful body. Or Dara's and parents that are looking after me at the moment by letting me stay at their house. And I'm grateful to all of you for tuning in today and watching and being with me on this spontaneous, transparent live call. And I'm grateful for my beautiful mum, who's still alive, who showers me with love. And I'm grateful for this little fly that's just come past, for presence, and for support. I'm grateful for the fact that we as the people can support the people. We can do that. We don't need anybody else to do it for us. So please put some gratitude in the comment thread so other people can read your gratitude, things you love. I'm grateful for going to Graz, following my feelings, and got to know you guys. That's nice. Take care, everybody. Wherever you are in the world, remember that transparent communication can open a field. It can open a field of deeper connection. It can open a field of intimacy. It can open a field of love that basically transports us, carves us beyond the separation, carves us beyond the feelings of aloneness, loneliness, anxiety, separation, as I just said, and all those feelings that are, these diminishing feelings that are birthed out of fear and that separate self. Transparency is love, it's the language of love, so it naturally connects us. Let's continue to be transparent travelers and live radically intimate. Mwah. Thank you all. Ciao.